Live. What's going on, man?
Yo, this is Pink 711 Box on 80 from the 7-letter MTA J4F. I'm here because to expose that God will rise. I gave it to him. That's why Drake exposed it in the song War, OBO 60s. Because I'm from OBO, they call me Scorpion Thumb. I have a scar on my thumb for the Kardashians deal. And Kanye and Jesus exist, and Jesus will return and obey on 80 proof.
Seems like you've been talking to everybody, man.
I mean, everybody knows me. I'm a legend. I'm legendary. Also, shout out to Spanto. He knows who I am. He gave me the nickname Versace, or born and raised Venice.
Yep. Is Jesus, does he write graffiti too?
I mean, Jesus started D12. Eminem admitted it in his first album, The Infinite EP.
You just ate your booger? You just ate your booger on camera. You just picked your nose and then you put your finger in your mouth. Can you hear me? You can't hear me. Oh my god, this is the best. So no, it's okay. We're good. Yo, can you not hear me? Can Jason hear me? Yo, two-tone, literally. We're not really we're recording here, but I don't know where you're going to use this, but this is great. He's trying to figure out how to turn his fucking headphones on, and I just watched him on camera. He just picked his nose, and then he ate it. He picked his nose, and he ate it, and he definitely has COVID. He just ate LA boogers. LA boogers are chock full of COVID, so that fucking two-tone, he's going to die. Too bad.
Where does this plug in?
Because even as a booger eater, I'm not eating boogers during COVID. I'm on a burger fast. I'm on a burger fast right now, and I miss them. But, what are we going to do? Like with sometimes. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
So I was just explaining to my fans on my phones that are recording that I just watched it. You just like picked your nose and then you ate a booger, it looks like on camera, from what I saw. And it looks like you got COVID.
What are you doing right now? Are you talking, or is this just am I in your brain?
No, I'm talking. I'm talking to my fans.
Leave it on top so I can get up. Because I want to show them who are you talking to? Are we doing the show?
Yeah, we're live. I was just telling my friends. Are you guys recording?
You're telling your friends?
I was telling my friends and my fans and all my lovely people out there. I was watching you on in real life because we're next to each other, and I saw you were like fingering your nose. You were kind of fingering your nose, and then you ate it. And we have it. I wasn't screen recording, so no one will ever see it, but I saw it. And I just want to let you know all your safety precautions. You just ate an LA air booger, and that means that which are the most dangerous boogers out there right now, because LA is on fire with COVID, and so now
Let me punch a couple holes in this. Let me punch a couple holes in that theory. First of all, I've never eaten a booger in my life because I would never put something from my nose into my mouth. You're lying once again. And B, you can't make yourself sick with your own boogers. According to your stupid backwoods fucking
Why is it stupid and backwards? It's a reality that I just watched you.
You said in another episode that you eat the boogers and they make you stronger. So,
but that was pre-COVID. In COVID, I've been on a booger fast. I'm fasting right now from boogers.
You've cut down your booger intake?
I've cut down my booger intake, and now I it's a little bit of willpower. It's a It's a formula, a little bit of willpower, a little bit of head smarts, and you just don't eat the boogers.
You're one of the most contradictory motherfuckers I've ever met. And as a matter of fact, every time I have a come to Jesus phone call with you where we're discussing the state of affairs, etc., i.e. us to be working together, what's going on with the show, you basically, in the beginning, you give me 1 point, and at the end of the conversation, you give me a counterpoint. So you basically have no opinion because you have both opinions. What color is the sky? You're like, it's blue, and it's also psychedelic purple, yellow, and green at the same time. That's where your head's at.
I'd like to say this, that I like to just state facts. And so
before we get started, can I make an acknowledgement about the Omar painting? Do you mind?
I would love. I think everybody would love to see the Omar painting. And quickly, we have a guest today.
No, I just want this on camera. Is this on camera, Jason?
We have a beautiful.
Look at this. Because I made a joke / lie about. Oh, you can't hear me. I can hear you. I made a joke / lie about Omar being dead. It was a joke. I was lying as a joke or joking as a lie, and I said Omar's dead, and then and
death isn't funny.
It's as funny as you saying that she has about like 12% battery life left.
She's always above. She's at like 57.
Either way, Joshua Rhodes, we'll put his ad on here at Tat Shoe. He commissioned A. Barnes, who you're aware of, right? Andrew Barnes, who's a painter that I've already followed independently this whole thing, and I've always been like, that
I have
dude's
one
a
of his
sick painter.
paintings.
I have one of his paintings now too, for free.
Well,
anyways,
I proudly support and bought one. Okay.
I would have paid for this. I did.
My wife doesn't like the painting though.
My wife.
Trishy doesn't like the painting, so I need to put the painting somewhere. But,
either way, thank you guys for that. Okay, now let's get. Thank you. Seriously, I don't want to be insincere. Thank you so much.
We'll show the painting. The painting's incredible. It is a beautiful. Andrew is, I think, just a modern day. He's a modern day painter.
Okay, thank you. That's a really vague. He's a modern day painter.
He's an incredible painter.
He's actually not. His style is not very contemporary. He's an old school style painter, in my opinion.
That's
not
what
a modern day painter. No, you didn't. So, yeah. Before we started the show, are
you okay? Are you having
a
stroke?
I just saw this. I saw these weights here. Hey, look at these.
Are you doing a pump? Are you getting pumped up?
It's too heavy.
Shout
out to Global Fitness for these bad boys. You know what I'm saying?
Did you just get a sponsor? I didn't get one. I pump. I just pump.
Yeah, you just pump your arms. Before the show started, you told me that your friends got together and called you and said, we don't like two-tone.
No, my friends. Okay, everybody. This is. I just want, like, my friends, my best. I have, like, I don't know, like my 3 very, very close friends. I love them very much. They're like my support, my team. My emotional friend, like real friends. And they all. I don't know if they texted each other, but they all were just like, okay, we don't like two-tone. He is too mean to you, and they're just like, he's just not funny. He only goes skin deep, and he's lazy with like trying to shred you, and he's just like him making fun of you like for being fat. It's like everyone knows you're fat. I'm fat, but it's just like it's like you're lazy, and I do agree with them, but I was just like I defend you because it's just like it's one of those things where I even defend. Because I'm like, I love you, and I'm like, no, we built this whole repertoire of us being like absolute idiots where we constantly are trying to champion each other, and we're playing, sometimes we're playing to the lowest demographic or the lowest card.
The last episode, I haven't watched it yet. I've been meaning to because I don't watch them right away. You never watch them. I watch them here and there.
I don't watch this bullshit.
I know. And the last episode, you don't watch this bullshit show. The last episode, I remember... You guys couldn't get started. I was in a mood because
you were angry.
I was agitated because I thought I was getting sick. I thought I was getting COVID. I hadn't gotten tested. I got tested. I'm negative. I was agitated. You guys couldn't get your shit together, and there was like 20 minutes of us like bickering before. And then by the time the camera got turned on, I was hot. And I don't know what I said, but I just know that I was being aggressive, and also I don't give a fuck. Your friends can say what they want, and maybe it was low hanging fruit, but also like, Jason supposed to be saying, he goes, you should back off on the fat shaming. And I went in the bathroom and I thought about it. And I'm like, I don't even believe, like, does it hurt more for me to talk about your haircut or for me to talk about your weight? Because it obviously got to you.
No. Well, first of all,
because you went crying to your friends, and you said
I
Alex
didn't
would
go
be
crying
mean
to my
to me.
friends. First of all,
you did.
you making fun of me about my weight is a joke because you're disgusting. And pull your shirt off. You got gross. You're like a fucking half bag full of milk. And you're
That's not
fucking
true. I'm
gross.
actually
I'm
very
like,
firm.
I'm packed up. I'm a fucking tight bag of potato chips ready to bust open, crack your fucking head open. I'm a fucking You are just like a half bag of groceries, all milky wilky. You're fucking like, I'm packed up, which is a better look. And we've spoken about this before. I think that you're just jealous of how I look so great being a big boy, and you look like a lumpy bag of fucking rotten tangerines.
I love your ability to pump yourself up with your bullshit. It's nice because it keeps you alive.
How's my bullshit? You're not bullshit. I'm picking a zit on my neck. Is this good for podcasts?
Yeah, whatever. Everything you're saying is a lie, and it's all this like it's all this
lie.
self. You like inflate
You're
yourself.
You're a lie.
I'm actually beautiful, and I'm not a bag of milk, and I'm firm, and I'm strong as an ox. So,
Well,
if I was that disgusting, why were you always trying to sleep with me?
It's obviously why. It's obvious why, because I wanted to see if you were a good kisser. You failed. I wanted to see if you were a good lover. You failed. So it's just, if you want to keep, I want to have a nice relationship with my podcast partner. If you don't want to know if I'm a good kisser or a good lover, then fine. And that's okay. And that's what's going to bring us to, we have a guest, because me and Two-Tone obviously are dog shit sick of each other. I got nothing new. He won't even talk about his past because he doesn't really have one. He's ashamed of it. So nobody even is ever going to know.
Let's talk about my past.
No, it doesn't matter.
Let's talk about it.
Born and raised in Venice, Ontario. He was a beekeeper at a young age. His mother was a beekeeper. She molded wax. His father plowed fields.
Yeah.
And his sister and his half brother were.
How did you get my bio? Did you go to my agent and pull my bio? Is that what you did?
Wikipedia. It's free. It's Wikipedia. Wiki Freakies. And the art of interviewing. The art of interviewing is an art. And podcast talking back and forth, allowing someone to breathe, allowing someone to say something stupid, being able to take that stupidity and wrap it around into a beautiful gift takes a lot of talent, takes a lot of restraint, takes a lot of timing, and is very, very difficult to be a really great interviewer. I think I'm a better interviewer than you. Yes. And I think that you are very indifferent to most of our guests. And I think that you really don't have any kind of, you just don't know how to interview anybody because you don't really care about anything except for yourself or going hiking or eating Jenny's ice cream or whatever the fuck you do in Los Feliz.
This is the thing. Now I'm getting pissed because your fucking stupid baby friend said, "Oh, Alex called you fat."
Why are you getting? I'm past that. Now you're coming back.
No, because I'm endearing. You've been doing this shit that you're doing right now, where you shit on me just over and over again for fucking the whole podcast. So your friends go, Alex called you fat, and you go, you're a fucking dumb piece of shit who cares about himself, who only hikes. And it's like, I don't talk about the real shit I could be talking about you, because I don't want to lacerate your entire life. I don't want to talk about our private conversations. I don't want to split you open and leave your guts all over social media. But I just go, you're fat, and your friends go, they hurt his feelings. We're Canadian. Meanwhile, you sit there on a fucking continual basis and shit on me continually. And I'm responding to that bit by bit, and I get, it's just, you know what? I'm gonna.
I was talking about journalism. See, what? I don't know what got caught.
What'd you say? You're digging your own grave. Why?
What's Jason saying?
Matty says I'm digging your own grave. Matty says I'm digging my own grave.
No, I don't think you're digging your own grave. I think we should try to be nice to each other. and learn stuff about each other.
What's the point of being nice? Who cares? Like, I mean, look, I love you. You know that. Like, we don't talk to each other. We don't talk to each other like this off camera. It's just that when the cameras come on and I look at your big face, I want to rip your head off because you're a wild piece of shit and you do it all with a smile and you yell. But like, if you break down everything you just said to me in the course of the past few minutes, it's like you said I'm selfish. You said all I care about is hiking ice cream. You said I'm shaped like a bag of eggs. You said all I do is eat ice cream. You said I don't care about anybody. You just said all these.
You hike, eat ice cream, and you look like a bag
you said,
of
you said I'm a selfish piece of shit.
I didn't say you're selfish.
You just said it.
I don't think you're selfish.
You said the word selfish.
Did I?
Yeah. You just
that doesn't matter.
The things that come out. It doesn't matter if Matty says it. It doesn't matter.
No,
it doesn't matter. Like the shit
that
you've said to me in the course of this podcast has pissed me off so much. Like when you turned to me the whole time, remember that time you started saying things to me about my fucking relationship and how it's stupid and how I'm going to get fucked up and blah, blah, blah. And then you turn around and like the only reason you tried to backpedal is you thought somebody might think that you weren't nice. When the reality is you're not nice.
I'm a very nice person.
You're not a nice person.
Look at this.
What does that mean? You're like if Ellen DeGeneres. If Ellen DeGeneres and Trump fucked, that's you. That's the baby. You're the little baby. You're the little screamy and red-faced baby. You can pretend to be nice, but you're also the devil.
Imagine if I was Trump and Ellen's baby. Oh,
I just did.
That's not even funny. That's not.
I'm glad I got that out.
Funny.
I got so irritated because also, let me tell you something. I've also gotten it, and I've never brought it up, but I've also gotten it from my friends and been like, "Yo, Matty's a wild fucking bag of dicks, isn't he?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, he's a piece of work."
No, they would never say that.
Yes, mutuals.
Mutual friends. Our mutual friends.
Yeah, mutual friends. The real people over here in LA, not the fake people in Canada.
What? See, that's racist. That's racist. That's racist.
Actually, all the real people are probably in Canada. Canadians are probably the real people. We're the holograms over here. It's a mess. It's a mess.
You guys are not doing well. America's not doing well right now.
No, we're not. America? Listen, let me tell you about America.
America's doing great.
We got 3 minutes. I'm gonna give you my breakdown on America real quick. Okay?
Let's go.
Here's where we fucked up. Reality TV was the first fuck up. Okay? No, capitalism and marketing, over marketing to everyone and marketing to children and obsessive marketing, creating weapons grade consumers was the first thing. Second thing was reality TV because that started a rift and warped everything. Okay. And when reality TV hit and we all started worshiping reality TV stars, that's when, okay, let's go back even further. In the 80s, are you looking at your phone? In the 80s, no. The concept of nerds was created, which meant that if you're smart, you're lame. That was one chink in the armor. Okay. Then previous to that was the weapons grade capitalism, that consumer insanity. Right. We have to keep buying shit. Like that's part of our sickness. Then the idea of being smart, being smart is being lame. Then reality TV happened. Okay. And that started that fractured everything because we started worshiping the worst people in the world. Then social media came.
And what? Social media, I think, has given everyone just such a nice platform.
No. And then the confluence of all that shit together has put us in a position where now reality is ripped apart. We have a president that is just like a cartoon character, and everything's falling apart, and no one can fix it because we're all too dumb, and we're all just on social media trying to buy shit, and no one wants to fucking investigate, and nobody cares.
I love it. I think it's really great news.
Did that make any sense? It didn't. What are you looking at?
I think you just broke down America perfectly. I think anybody that's like listening to the Powerful Truth Angels right now fully understands why America is what it is. And I think that's like really important. And I think people are coming here for facts. I think people are coming here for history. They're coming. Well, you're racist. You keep bashing Canadians. That's nice. That's very typical Canadian. It's a nation.
I love Canadians, actually, to be honest. I'm just talking shit. I like nice people.
Wayne Gretzky played on the LA. The LA hockey team.
I don't know Wayne. I know who he is. I don't know anything about Wayne.
Did you like hockey? I hate
the
hockey.
great. Nah, I like the Kings. I like the Kings as like a logo, and I used to wear Kings merch all day back in the day. But did I ever watch a hockey game? Hell no.
What's the other hockey? Did you guys have 2 hockey teams?
Yeah, we had the Kings and we had the Ice Lords, which was like a really weird hockey team.
There's no fucking team called the Ice Lords.
Yeah, they dressed like Grim Reapers. It was. I mean, it was cool. It was like a bit of a crossover.
There's like Slapshot.
Slapshot.
Slapshot's like one of the greatest movies ever made.
Slapshot's pretty fire.
Okay,
what are you looking at?
Coming in.
He's coming in?
Yeah, well, I was just texting. So we have, I think what we are both talking about is where media and history and everything is coming together at once. And there's a person on the front lines of America that is, I think, the truest form of fucking journalism. And I think that what is happening with America, what up?
Hey! The boy! Yeah! The boy! Hey, before we do anything, Andrew, I want you and I don't think Maddie's going to even understand what we're talking about, but I want you and I to take a moment of silence for Rip and Dip, 7th Letter, Nicki Minaj, Anaconda.
Thank you, bro. Scorpion Thumb, OVO, Rip and Dip, Jehovah, Mainhead, A-Dub-R.
That's what I'm talking about.
Rest in paradise to my guy. I love that, man.
Right? And let me tell you something about Rip and Dip. A lot of the things that he quotes are directly. Are you here, Maddie? Are you following us?
No idea what's happening.
No idea. Okay. A lot of the things that Rip and Dip quotes are directly related to like my history in LA. 7th Letter, AWR. He started doing these born and raised rambles that he would DM to my partner, and it was just like Sponto told me that he saw Rip and Dip on the street, and he's like, yo, I was horrified at how gigantic he was. He said he was a giant.
Huge. That fool is huge. He's just, what do they call him, the Sasquatch of Scante? That fool is massive, dude. Like I think he made like 300 pounds, and he's 6'5".
Oh no, he's way past 3.
You think so? He's like 350?
100%. If he's 6'5", yeah, Maddie's 3, and he's like 5'2". And if Rip and Dip is 6'5",
fucking 6.
nice try. Nice try.
I'm 5 fucking. I think I was 5'9" actually.
Andrew, how did Rip and Dip die?
I actually heard that it was diabetes related. I guess he had undiagnosed, untreated diabetic condition. I'm not sure how you die from diabetes, but no, it wasn't drugs.
I think you just get fuzzy and you die. Sugar. Yeah. The sugar gets you. It's uneven. I don't know. I'm not a doctor.
It's like a blood glucose thing or something.
It might be
glucose,
a sick way.
blood.
It might be a nice way to go, like that last Snickers, and you just pass out forever. You know what I mean?
Oh.
It's like an overdose on a Snickers.
Just a big fucking glug of chocolate milk, and then you just slip away from society and the world.
You just slowly just dissolve into the ether.
Oh I think we're gonna design a shirt for him. Me and Fool's Gone Wild, of like him ascending to heaven and like meeting all the people that he talks about constantly, like Nipsey, Tupac, and Mac Miller and shit.
Oh my god, dude, that dude. Well, we'll bring you up to speed. Actually, Maddie doesn't care, but we'll put it into the pod. We'll have Jason. Do you know Rip and Dip is, Jason? Yeah. Okay, Jason. Producer knows. He'll drop some Rip and Dip stuff in here. Rest in peace to the boy Rip and Dip. Yeah, we'll drop. Well, what? You're gonna put. There's a memorial fund, a GoFundMe. Okay, got that out of the way, Maddie.
So I just wanted to say thanks for coming on, Andrew, and like we're big fans, and I think like the thing about the world's on fire. It seems it's not doing great, and I think that like what fucking media is fucking real and what is fake, and it doesn't even matter anymore. And so it's like. What needs to happen is just, I think what you're doing is such a like actual revolutionary thing where you're like actually showing something at its purest form.
I want to ask you guys, why do you feel like people are criticizing the building burnings?
Because they don't know. They privileged. They don't care about the humans. They don't care about black folks. This is temporary, okay? This is temporary shit. This is our future we stand up for. We making history right now. Our ancestors lived through us. They lived through us. When we gonna cause a scene, we will be heard. Y'all don't want to listen, you gonna feel us.
And fuck Trump, he trying to shoot us, man.
Stupid coronavirus.
Do you think it's real?
Till November, then you won't have another virus for another 4 years. Think about that.
Independent.
Independence Day! I live across the street. My name is Tim Trito. This is the craziest this beach has ever been in my whole life, right in the midst of a pandemic. All these people come up and they're coming from people from Florida, people from all over the country, Texas. You watch. I think we're going to see a spark in Marquette. I mean, you see where we are. We're not going down into that craziness.
Does anyone actually know someone with it? Any of you guys know someone with coronavirus?
I fucking don't.
So it might be a lie.
Detroit rappers don't get corona, dude, because they drink lean.
Is that literally the cure?
So I'm in a nursing major and all that shit. Coronavirus is 100% real, but who gives a fuck right now?
Do you have it?
Fuck no.
Do you know someone with it?
There's motherfuckers that have it. I don't know.
But you don't know anyone with it.
That's the thing. You can
so
have
it might be a lie.
And I think it's this like that kind of shit. It's like it's unadulterated. There's no fucking twist. There's no fucking turns. There's no agenda. It's just like, here it is. Here's the fucking monsters that the fucking world created. Let's go.
Wait, hold on, Matty. How long have you been watching his stuff? Because do you have any idea of his history of what he's done? Because
I just started following.
You just started.
What?
Okay, just to back up.
Not just. I saw. I don't know, like a
Well, you didn't see Quarter Confessions? Because it wasn't Andrew, stop me if I'm wrong, but like your shit on Quarter Confessions was when I came on, and to me it was the funniest thing I had seen on Instagram in a long time. Like his stuff is not like I don't see Andrew as like I think he's now turned and he's into what's going on in the world in the weirdest parts of the world at all the times, but before shit got hairy, he was doing Quarter Confessions, Mardi Gras, and just rolling up on people.
I would say one of my deepest, darkest secrets is I can suck my own penis right here, right now. Oh my God! Hold on, wait, hold on. It's a little soft. Give me a little. It happens. New Orleans can get weird.
And there's something about the way that he positions himself. And I feel like he could walk in the crowd of anybody, dress in that suit with that mic and that hair, and just sit there and just be like, what's going on? And people go fucking nuts, and they let him in always. But it's so funny. I would watch that shit obsessively. I would watch and rewatch those Quarter Confessions. Like,
well, why don't you let him talk?
I'm trying to educate you, Matty, on what you're talking about because you're talking out of your ass again.
Andrew's right here. Andrew, tell me about New Orleans.
Well, I went to college there, so I started making like videos, like just wasted fools on Bourbon Street, like asking them about their deepest, darkest secrets at like 2, 3 in the morning. It was just like straight up. It was definitely like on the in between like BBC and bum fights. It was definitely closer to the left.
That's it.
Fucking yeah, that shit was cool. But I graduated and I was like, damn, I'm gonna like do some real American cultural learnings.
What'd you go to school for?
Yo, Andrew, what?
That's 2 questions.
All right, question 1. I went to school for journalism. No surprise there. But like, it's cool. They were trying to like train me to become like a traditional newspaper reporter in the greater Gulf South area. So I was like on the 1-yard line working for like a local news affiliate in like Mississippi. Glad that didn't happen.
Yeah.
When you stopped doing, because I remember you stopped doing Quarter Confessions and then you hit the road. But then I saw that like you handed it off to a couple people, right?
Yeah, just the people I was working with, just like, did what they did.
That's so funny because I saw 2 guys in suits like doing the same thing that you were doing in that area. And then you're like, okay, I'm going over here. It was just a funny move because you didn't shut it down. Is it still going on?
Oh, yeah, probably. I mean, I just gotta, get the newest wave all the time.
Damn.
And how are you chasing that? Like, I think it's like you were just in Portland.
Yeah, I've been in Portland for the past 5 days, just getting gassed and like doing interviews.
I'm in a frat and I got tear gassed. We're in a frat, we got tear gassed. Kappa Sigma, baby!
We're fucking out here for Black Lives Matter and to protest fucking police brutality, and obviously they're coming out strong with some fucking brutality.
I appreciate that your lighting guy isn't shining it right in my face.
So I've heard the right-wing media talk about how everyone down here is anarchist, and then I've heard the left-wing media talk about how everyone down here is simply peacefully protesting, and I think there's a mix of both.
If you're white, you don't get to decide when you want to break shit. You don't get to decide when it's time to protest, when it's time to march, or when it's time to do whatever. You don't know what that feels like. You don't know what it feels like to watch George Floyd die. So if you're a white anarchist, shut the fuck up, listen to the black people and what they want to do. If it's time for them to set shit on fire, the black people, then you listen to them and you support them. You make sure they're okay. You don't go and do it with them. It is not your job. You should not walk out with a Louis Vuitton bag.
I was like standing in between the feds and the protesters, just like trying to interview both sides.
It is so hairy. Like, how are you like not fucking getting cooked? It's like you're in like the hairiest situation in America right now.
Yeah, I don't even know, man. It's just hella fun to me.
Yeah.
And
I can
it's not
tell
like
that
it's
you're
like
having.
in like a. Go ahead.
I can tell that you're having fun, and I can tell that it's like you're doing. I look at what you're doing as being, from what I can see, it looks really pure. Like you're just doing something, and you're not worried about like. I feel like you're doing it because you have a need to do it, and that's it. Like you just seem to be in your element.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, you have a graffiti background, Two-Tone?
Oh yeah.
Oh, sick. Do you know Big Haler?
Oh yeah, I know Hale.
Oh, sick. We were just staying with him out in Detroit a couple weeks ago.
Oh no shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
So,
yeah. He's yeah. I know Hale.
Sick.
Don't say his crew, okay? Not on camera, you fuck. You almost said his crew, Two-Tone. I know the graffiti guys like to keep it tight.
Yeah, real tight. Secret society.
Secret society. What were you doing out in Detroit with Hale?
I don't know. I just kick it in Detroit a lot. I was there and like, I don't even know. Sometimes like in between shoots, I just go wherever I want with the RV. So we just like drove from Michigan to Seattle. I wanted to see Montana, went back to Minneapolis to check up on it. Figured out about like Sturgis Bike Week. So I'm going to that bike week, like that gnarly ass thing next week. Bone Thugs and ZZ Top are headlining.
What?
Yeah.
What is happening? That makes no sense.
Dude,
that's America, baby.
No, it's not. Bone Thugs and ZZ Top? That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
that's how you know.
Texas. Oh, where is Bone Thugs from Oakland? Or where are they from?
Cleveland.
Cleveland, perfect.
Andrew, Bone Thugs and ZZ Top? What the fuck?
Bro.
How did that happen?
I mean, doesn't it kind of make sense to you that these bikers would be into Bone Thugs? If they had to pick one rapper that's not like Eminem or MGK, it'd probably be Bone Thugs, like Busy Bone.
I don't know. That's mind-boggling.
Dude, Bone Thugs is borderline like Tech 9 territory.
Dude, it's crazy. That one song with Tupac, fucking on all what is it? Art of War. On Art of War, they got that one song. He's got the fucking shotgun.
Yeah, it's kind of like
song.
Like melodic, like murdercore, creepy music.
Yeah, yeah. It's total like hardcore rap, huh?
Yeah,
but that's like
When they came out, I was
like,
when they came out, I was like, this shit's fucking whatever. Like I was on some other shit, and I was like, I'm not fucking with Bone Thugs. But then later on, I came to really love them because it's like all that stuff is pretty great, nostalgic. Anyways, so Sturgis, you're going to Sturgis. I know. Do they still? You ever seen those pictures of bikers where like there's a guy on a motorcycle, there's a woman on the back of the motorcycle, and then there's a fishing pole with a hot dog hanging over her? You ever seen that, Andrew?
No, but what's that? What does it mean?
Well, they do this thing where they put the girl on the bike on the back, and they put a fishing pole on the back of the motorcycle with a hot dog, and she tries to catch a hot dog with their mouth while they're riding their motorcycle.
So it's a dick thing?
It's phallic, yeah. It's a dick thing.
It's phallic. Sturgis is phallic as a whole.
Dude, that's so fire. So wait, Sturgis you think they're going to be masked up out there, or what do you think's going to happen to Sturgis?
Fuck no. Well, I mean, after Trump wore the mask, I don't know. Like, dude, when I saw Trump with the picture of that picture of Trump with the mask on, I was like, dude, did he just lose the election? Like, I could not believe that he caved in after all these months of mask hating. Like, I could not believe that image. It like shocked my entire central nervous system. I was like,
blew my mind.
What are his supporters going to do now? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Are they like super into masks now? Because they're just gonna follow whatever the fuck he's doing. I don't know.
Yeah.
I bet you that like there will be some who are masked up, but dude, some of those Arizona bike clubs, like they don't give a shit. They never have.
No way.
No, you're going to like the roughest. You're going to the roughest place ever, where like the freedom is essential.
Yeah.
The freedom is essential.
We got our first security guard, this dude named like Danny Castellano that we found on Craigslist. He's like, yo, it's Danny Castellano. He's like, I'm 5'10". I'm trained in like knife play and martial arts.
What?
And he's like, I did this security. He's like, I did this security for Sons of Anarchy. And then he was
he's like, I speak their language, brother.
And he's like, I've done every job you can imagine. He's like, I've done security in East LA. He's always talking about East LA. I don't know why he talks about it so much. It's like his like version of like Iraq service. You know what I mean? He's like, I was in East LA, man. Like
Wait, what? Why? What made you get security for this round?
Dude, I'm just so tired of people like fucking with me while I'm filming at this point. And bikers, we want to be like late night Sturgis interviewing Hell's Angels, that kind of thing.
Oh my
so like
God.
we don't want to be playing it safe at Sturgis, and I don't know. I feel like, do you guys know about bikers? Like they like fighting hella, right?
Oh, I know about bikers. Yeah, I know a lot.
Yeah, they don't fuck around.
I feel like that's the one. That's the one group of people.
I think you could get in. I think they want you to come in, and then if one guy is just like, yo, fuck this guy, then you're kind of cooked. But I think like they love. Obviously, they're having fun. You're going to like Valhalla of bikers. Yeah. And it's just like, having a guy that can like talk to them, but it's still like at one point, I don't know. It's very brave of you.
Yeah,
I think
for sure.
it's like it's very like it's just another thing that I think is just like incredible for like what you're doing, where it's just like you're legitimately like showing the front fucking lines of shit. And it's just like in the sense of just like going to a fucking biker rally or you're like in Portland, and it's just like it's wild.
I cannot wait. Man. I cannot wait for fucking Sturgis. Like Sturgis has been
big.
One of my friends growing up. His dad is a biker, and I'm privy to all this stuff. And Sturgis has always been something that's been stuck, like one of these pieces of trash in my head that like I have nothing. Not a piece of trash, but like one of these things in my head that's not a part of my life in any way. But it's always been Sturgis has always been in my head. Like I'm aware of Sturgis. And like I'm aware of like Lake Havasu and like shit like that, and that places I'll never go that I just know of, and I'm like, I can't wait, man. I'm so excited because you're like oh my God, okay, the dude from Vegas in the fur coat, the fucking
Mr. Daddy.
You remind me of a cigarette. Why? Because I want to get you fucking lit, and then put your butt in my mouth.
That guy. How coked that man is seriously like 94% cocaine, right?
All right, just put that out there. His coke's not that good. So you know, I've heard. I'm not sure, but you know, there's something going on. He just is speeding all the time, dude. He's like I talked to his roommate. Apparently, Mr. Daddy would just be up for 4 days and then sleep for 3 days in like a pool of sweat and just like recharge and hibernate.
Yeah.
Get the plug back, get it like an A-ball,
like
and just do it
iguana.
again.
Like I can see him like on camera. I can smell his sweat and I can smell his body through the camera. Like he's so filthy and he's so out of control. And I'm like, I bet you there's still times when it lines up for him because he's just out there. You know what I mean? Like it's still like happening on some level. Like he hasn't hit the skids yet.
No, definitely not. I ran into him in downtown Orlando during the height of quarantine, just like stumbling out of a nightclub, and he was like, "Yo, baby boy, what's up?" And I was like, "Oh shit."
Oh my God.
Has anybody tried to like kidnap you and like bring you to like really like their like inner sanctum? Like any of these like different dudes or like people, like have you ever gone deep enough where you're like, we got to turn the cameras off and like just ride this out? Like you ever go fully
No, I want to. We keep the cameras rolling at all costs. It's always better to have the cameras rolling and get kicked out than it is to like take something only into the brain and no one else can see it and you have to like explain it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I hope someone tries to kidnap me at some point.
Maybe Sturgis.
Not in Mexico or anything like that. But you know, like
Andrew, how do you like? I don't know how. What? I don't know how you. You have there's something about your personality on camera that like allows you to just kind of like exist everywhere. How does that work? Like, is that a weird question? Like I just see you doing your thing and I'm like, there's like just shit going on and you're just there in your suit with the thing and like people are like see you but they don't see you and they react to you but they don't. It's such a weird. I think it's the suit maybe. Like,
I mean, certain people just have gifts. Like fools might wonder why is Matty so good at cooking, or why are Two Tones tags so fucking fresh? You know what I'm saying?
That's right. Two Tones got the freshest tags.
Yeah, exactly.
Not a toy. Not a toy.
No, but seriously, I think probably just because I don't judge people. You know, when I meet people, I try to like just like listen to what they have to say and learn as much as I can. I don't like run into shit with a agenda already in my head. Like I don't want to ever make people look a certain way. I'm just open, like genuinely open to like whatever people have to say.
It's such a rare thing that like somebody, like I love seeing because it's like you're like I don't know, like there's people that are just like natural born musicians and like they're going to play music and it doesn't matter if they ever get a record contract. They're just going to do that. And those people like who are really good at it end up being, you know, huge, but that doesn't matter. And I feel like you're one of those people that like, from what I see when I watch, I'm like, this dude's just like doing exactly what he should be doing right now at this time. And it's like effortless. It seems that way to me. You know what I mean?
The hard part is just getting there, you know, because we live in the RV and we probably end up driving like 6 hours a day when we're shooting.
Yeah.
So, because I mean, we're state to state every day. So that's the hard part is getting ready, figuring out a sleep schedule, all that shit behind the scenes, figuring out where to like take a shit during the day. You know,
take a shit. You don't shit in the RV, right?
Nah.
Road dogs.
Definitely not. Road dogs, Walmart boys.
Why does nobody shit in the RVs? I don't understand that. What is that about?
You can't do that.
Well, I mean, you can shit in the RV, but then that means that you'd have to like dump it really quick because the aroma will fill up the entire RV if you don't figure that out. And dumping is kind of like hard to do. Unless you're like, because we can't be, you know, spewing shit on the sidewalk like they do in a lot of cities.
No, you can't. It's crazy. I've toured a bunch, like with bands and stuff, but it's just like, I did an RV from LA up to SF and back over like a week. And it was crazy. Like our fucking piss, we had a piss bucket that like because every time we stopped, our shit would just like, it dribbled out. And so, like, we would drive. I had 8 guys. We had 8 guys in the fucking van. And we were driving, and everyone would piss while we're driving. And then the second we would stop, it would start leaking. So if we pulled into any situation, we had to, like, bring out the fucking piss bucket, put it underneath this fucking hole, and then we would, like, fill up the bucket. Because we would, like, pull up next to other RVs, and everyone was like, yo, you're fucking leaking. And then nobody wants to piss around anybody else's shit. So it's just, like, we were, like, the fucking dirty dogs fucking leaking around fucking town. And we got, we got shamed at like 2 different Walmarts for having this like leaky fucking RV, and it's just like literally like there's people sleeping in like sleeping bags next to their RVs on the ground, and like we're getting like, I don't know, I guess we were the ones with the leaky fucking goddamn fucking shit, but it's still like RV life is like tough, you know, and it's just like what kind of stuff are you eating? Like I know that like when we used to tour, we used to take frozen burritos and put them in like right when the windshield hits the heaters, and we would turn the heat on, and we would put the windows down and literally heat burritos through the fucking hot air of the van, and we would eat the burritos that way.
Yeah, here, let me fix this lighting real quick.
Damn, that's fire! I like that hack, Matty. You just cook the burrito on the heater vent.
Yeah, like but that's what we would always do.
Oh yeah,
we would always
nice.
like
we eat. Nicer. Yeah, it's nicer. We eat like beef jerky. Pistachios, drink smart water, and we don't really eat that well. Honestly, like we just pull over and we don't do any creative stuff like you guys did. But I gotta tell you guys a crazy ass septic shit story. This is by far my biggest shit offense. So I've only illegally dumped septic one time. But as you know, if you pull a lever, we call it a hot shot, everything comes out so fast out of like the septic hose. It is like a fucking fire hose of like brown liquid and shit and urine that just comes spraying out in like a triangular formation. So I'm in Tucson, right? Like, you guys know that neighborhood Barrio Anita in Tucson? It's like super nice Adobe homes. It's got thin streets, so it's like already not optimized for an RV. So we're going to our homegirl's house, like super nice cottage style home, driving down this narrow street. My homie's sitting in the passenger seat. He's like, yo, we're spraying on the sidewalk. I look to the right, and I guess we had like a valve loose. There was just shit covering other people's cars, the ground, everywhere. And so we're like, yo, we got to do something about this. So the homie's like, all right, you know, pull into that lot right there. Let's just dump it right now. And I'm like, all right, fuck it. So we assume it's like an abandoned lot because we can't see anything. We thought it was like an abandoned kind of courthouse with like this shitty overgrown weedy lot. So I run outside, I pull the lever. I mean, I'd never seen so much shit come out of anything. It was like just like chocolate fountain just rolling out of the RV. And so I was like, damn, man, we really fucked this place up. Like, I hope, you know, no one owns this. And so the homie like takes his flashlight and like shines it on the building, and he's like, oh no, bro. And I'm like, wait, what is it? And he was like, it's an elementary school for the deaf and blind.
Oh my God.
We're like, what?
Oh, fuck.
You guys are assholes.
It's like a quadruple hate crime.
So think about it. I'm like, fuck, man. I can't. Next day at school must have been confusing for a lot of people.
Oh, dude, that's fire.
Yeah, it's fire.
So
That is fucking funny.
Fuck. So right now, like, what's your game plan? Are you gonna just keep fucking going? Like, the world's not stopping. Like, the content is like literally fucking endless, and
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
you're really
fucking-
hitting a stride.
Yeah, we signed like a development deal with Tim and Eric from Absolutely.
Sick.
So we probably gonna like move it to TV hopefully soon and just keep doing it. I just want to keep traveling and keep doing my thing, you know.
Yeah.
Sick.
That's
Not
awesome.
looking for. I might hold down a spot in LA for like a few months just to like have a home base for a bit because I've been on the road for so long and I'm not sure how long the second wave is gonna last. So I might get a spot over in like K-Town or East Hollywood for a little bit.
Do you think it's in your? You think you'll be like a road warrior forever? It's just in your blood, or do you think you'll settle down sometime?
I will always be a road warrior, but I'm gonna take like months off, maybe even years off. Like I might have a whole year where I just kick it and like become like a homebody. It's like watch Netflix and order Uber Eats all the time, and then I'll be like, you know what, fuck this shit, I'm going back. I think it'll oscillate.
Dude, it's good, man.
Andrew, how old are you?
23.
23. Yeah, so you're like
that's prime time.
Prime time.
You don't have to like. There's nothing. Like it's just like you're doing what a fucking.
Dude,
dream.
that's the
It's
best
amazing.
time of your life. That's like when everyone was the most psychotic. Like, it's just like when I was 23, I was like cooking every day. Like I would cook for 12, 14 hours. Then at like 1 o'clock, I'd hit the bar, grab a fucking 8-ball, stay up till 8, sleep till 11, go to work. You know, and it was just like 11 to 1 o'clock, and then party from 1 o'clock to like 7 or 8. Like, it was so funny. Like, my wife, like, I've been with the same girl for fucking like 20 fucking years. And so like, I would always get the phone call at like 6 a.m. was like my bedtime kind of thing. So like, she would text me, like, if I came home before 6, then that was cool. But if I stayed out to like from 6 to 8 is like when she would get like what's going on?
Damn, that's a cool ass partner, man. 6 a.m. That was your. How much coke were you doing at that point, bro?
All of it.
All of it. What city were you in?
I was in Toronto.
So
and
you
we
were
were
in
just
Toronto.
like, it was just like, yeah, like it was just like a 10-year, maybe 15, but it was a 10-year, it was a strong 10-year block. And so it was just like, I would say like every single day for like a good 10-year stretch of just like, but it was just like, you have that, like, I don't remember being hungover. I don't remember, like, I didn't sleep for 10 years. I didn't do it, like, and it was just like, and I would go cook, and then I would like jump in the van with my friends. I was friends with a ton of punk bands and metal bands and stuff.
Yeah.
And so then we would just like dip and be like gone for 2 weeks. And then it was just like, and then you're just like sleeping in fucking ditches or wherever, side of the roads or wherever friends' houses, getting fucking bed bugs. And it's just like, you just be constantly fucking in that twirl. And that was like, you know, I have a couple of regrets because I was a complete maniac. I was the guy that you would have been interviewing, sweating, chewing my face off, like screaming about fucking, I don't know, fucking eternity. But it's just like, it's one of those things where like, you're just like, you hit something so sick. And it's just, it's so awesome that like everybody is fucking with it so hard and like allowing for you to just do what you love. Which is, you know, like it's such a sick thing. Like you're putting yourself in like legitimately dangerous situations and you're doing something that you love. And I think like that's fucking the sickest. Yeah. That's the ultimate, right? Like that is the ultimate fuck you to everybody. Because it's just like, you're not playing the fucking game, you know?
Yeah. For you, like what's the most psychotic, like demented kitchen you've ever worked in?
Probably at like La Palette. Like when I was probably, I was 24. When I was 24, it was like a very bohemian style French restaurant, very small kitchen crew, highly like druggy, drinky, like every day's like mushrooms, acid. I got a pound of hash. My buddy, he's like, oh, I got some heroin. Do we smoke some heroin downstairs really quickly? Okay.
During work?
Yeah. And
Smoking a heroin in the kitchen? That sounds like definitely would slow you down.
Yeah, yeah, but it was just, that was like late night stuff. But it still just was like, because I wasn't really, I was never fucked up when I cooked. So it was just like, I would party. I was just like, the time zone, like I fucked around a little bit, but I was just like, I never was super, super fucked during service. So it was just like, I would do the job and then I'd dement. And
yeah,
just,
because I wonder, because like people always say that these crazy kitchens or like these drugged out environments, are people getting fucked up while they're cooking or is it more like a before and after thing?
Like I've worked, dude. I worked with this one chef back in the day, and I won't say his name or anything like that, but he used to like literally drink all shift. He would drink like a pint glass of fucking gin, and he had a massive downfall and definitely isn't in the industry. But I remember like one day we got a call from one of the owners, and they're like, "Hey, Matty, did you think like you could be the chef? Do you think you could run the kitchen?" And I was just like, "Why?" And they're like, "Well, homie got caught in the fucking ceiling last night, and he wouldn't come out. And the police had to come get him out, and so he got canned." And like, you never know like how far shit goes. And then like this guy's this normal guy, but I didn't even realize he was drinking glasses of gin until one time. It was like in the summertime, and I grabbed his glass and I took a sip because I thought it was water, and I like spit it out. And for me being a fucking like a complete psychopath, I was like, "You're drinking pints of
That's
gin
crazy, man.
with no ice. Like that's a hot glass of gin.
That's
That is
disgusting.
That's fucking
horrifying.
horrifying.
That's the fucked up shit. But it's just like, you know, restaurants. Like I never was like, I used to like when I was like I'd say when I was like in my first few years of professional kitchens, I like would try to like, you know, have a sneaky 6-pack in my station and like take a beer, chug a beer. But it's just like you're so busy and you're working in these restaurants where there's no time. There's no time to fuck around. There's no time. But the second that you're done, it's full like 5 shots of whiskey, fucking 30 beers. Fucking,
that's kind of what I figured.
And you're just like shovel a gram of coke in your face, well, like, you know, instantly, and you're just like, and you're like, okay, and you're chiseled, and then you're like ready to fucking go, and then because you'd always be out just by last call. Like you'd always get to, because last call is at like 2 o'clock in Canada.
Yeah.
So like you'd get out of work around 12:31, have like a beer after work or something like that, then hit your favorite, like go to your bar or your spot, and then you hit that last call, and then you get fucking illegal beers from some delivery service, go to the after hours and get
I was going to some crazy after hours in Detroit. It was like this Russian known spot with like mad Nas balloons, and like it was dope. $20 at the door, they take your phone so you leave.
Oh, dude, I used to buy drugs. At this one after hours, and the dude literally would walk around the after hour full blacked out motorcycle helmet.
Jesus,
and,
that's intense.
And you would go out and you'd buy all your coke off him, and like full fucking blacked out fucking, like always a leather jacket on, blacked out fucking motorcycle helmet, and you never saw him. No one could fucking walk up and like smoke him. Like it was just like one of those things. Like it's the best, you know?
Yeah. So like, that sounds pretty gnarly. Like, is there different cities that are more hardcore than others as far as like the service industry goes? Is there a tamer and more gnarly ass like scenes between cities?
I don't know. I think it's just the individuals. I think like obviously some cities are probably wild. Like I'm sure New Orleans culinary, like they're all fucked. Like we're going through this like complete reckoning where we're like all these like extreme horrible people that are like this like generational, like, you know, chefs are like, you know, fucking what I say is word, you know, kind of thing, and you can't say no, and it's just like it's like the whole industry globally is going through this change, which is incredible. It's going to take a lot longer than people think because people are horrible and not really dealing with themselves. But it's you know, I think it's just every kitchen. I think it's just like one of those things. You just get, your ego gets bigger and bigger, and you just turn into a monster. And I think pretty much 99% of chefs are probably not great people, or they're just psychopaths, you know?
Yeah. Another question I had too is like, this is probably a hard one to answer, but which country has like the worst cuisine? Because people shit on many as the worst, like your least favorite cuisine, if you had to, you know, shit on one type.
If I had to shit on one, beef, it's beef time, eh?
No, not even beef. I'm just wondering, like, if you could avoid one cuisine at all costs, what would you do?
See, I don't know. See, this is the thing about people always ask me, like, what's the one food, like, what's a food that you hate, or what's a cuisine? I don't think that there is a cuisine that I dislike. I think there's bad cooks and not bad cooks, right?
Yeah, but what about they say? What about like England? They say England's got the worst food. Like,
Ireland too, man. The potatoes. My family's Irish and shit. Bad. But then again, I'm sure you've had some.
But
good
you don't know
Irish
where
food.
to go, and it's just like a lot of fucking people are tourists, and it's like they don't actually research, and they go and they eat at some bumfuck stupid restaurant. That's dog. Imagine coming to America and eating at fucking Jack Astor's or whatever, like fucking you know, what is it, Red Lobster? What do you? Like a major chain in America, fucking.
Yeah, you got it right. Red Lobster, Applebee's, Chili's.
Yeah, like what? Like but
TGI
even
Fridays.
Like going into a bar and fucking imagine walking into some bar and getting fucking some cheeseburger at a shit bar. You don't know where you're going. So I think a lot of people and a lot of my friends that tour, And they're in Europe. I have so many people from American bands that like go to England and they're like, fucking, you know, the UK sucks for food. It's fucking gross. It's just like, you just don't know where to go. And it's just like the same kind of thing. It's just, you don't know the spots, which is fine. There's incredible restaurants.
How about this? If you had to eat one cuisine for the rest of your life, what would it be?
One cuisine for the rest of my life, what would it be?
Yep.
Probably Vietnamese.
Vietnamese.
Damn. Okay.
Vietnamese is probably. I could eat, like, because I could eat pho there's so many things, but like, just like, if I could eat soup every day, I'm a big soup boy.
No, that's gospel right
soup.
there. I agree with you. That shit's good. You been to Saigon before?
I've never been to Saigon. I've only been to Hanoi. I've been to Phan Rang. I've been to Canal. I went like super south, and it's so funny. I skipped the middle. I skipped like I didn't go to Ho Chi Minh. I didn't go to like Saigon. I didn't go to Da Nang. I did like the top and like the bottom actually.
You know that app called Grab where like the dudes pull up on the motorcycle and you jump on their back?
No.
That's like their Uber is called Grab, and like Vietnamese dudes will pull up with their helmet and like their scooters and they'll be like, hop on. And like it takes like 5 tries for me to get a Grab successfully because they'll just pull up, like look at me and be like, no, and just keep it rolling.
Dude, it's crazy. It's like a school of fish.
Yeah.
Like all the scooters and everything. It's just like, it's so wild. Like when I went there, we drove, dude, me and Rang, my like mentor's Vietnamese, and we went to Vietnam together. And we went from Phan Rang, an hour and a half highway drive on 2 scooters to his like home, like his village where he's from. He's from like this like very small village in the south called Cana. And literally we're driving and it's like this desert. We're driving pretty much through a desert. And there's a fucking sandstorm. And we legitimately, they only brought we had this one van and there was no room for us. And we had to have the scooters. So we had to like legitimately like drive through a sandstorm in the middle of a fucking desert in Vietnam for like an hour. And
I didn't even know they had deserts out there. That sounds crazy.
I didn't know Vietnam had deserts.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Dude, if you go south and like legitimately, there's like full deserts. There's like sand
Are you sure you were in Vietnam?
Yes, two-tone. I was in Vietnam.
You mix things up sometimes. I don't know.
And you've never left LA. You go to LA and New York. You've never traveled.
I've been around the fucking world, you douchebag.
You've never been anywhere. You've never
don't know
fucking
anything.
been anywhere. You go from Venice to West Hollywood to Los Feliz to Venice to fucking MacArthur Park. Then you go to New York every 2 years. And
you don't know what I do or where I've been. You just have this imaginary
I literally know everything
idea.
you do and everywhere you've been.
What, how many countries have I been to? Shitface.
You? One. America.
No. You're so dumb. You're so dumb. It's.
You don't even have a passport, like Jimmy.
I have a passport.
How many Americans have passports, Andrew?
4 people have passports here.
I have a passport.
Me, Andrew, and 2 other guys.
Do you ever plan on going globally?
Yeah, man. That was we said whenever we hit 10,000 Patreon like patrons, we would go global. But now, I mean, we literally can't. But I want to go like interview wooks, like backpackers in fucking Thailand, and like lads in England.
Dude, England would be so
the wooks,
fire.
Wooks are a wild bunch.
I agree.
I feel like you get lost in England and then by extension Europe for just forever. Like it's just endless, right? Like,
dude, and it's hella small too.
Yeah.
Dude, you can jump so fast. You can be Albania, then you go to Prague. Imagine going to Czech Republic, bro.
So wait, you have a Patreon for the show?
Yeah, I post like uncut extended interviews on there.
Oh no shit, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And
Me
how's
and
that
Tutor
going?
are trying to
How's the
figure out how
Patreon
to make money with our podcast.
Yeah, it's hard, man.
For some people,
It's not easy.
Maddie's,
where's like your true Valhalla? Or is every situation like any place where you're at, is that the spot? Or like do you have like what is your holy grail?
I don't even know. Fuck, man. I guess the coronavirus lockdown protest was my holy grail. Just like a fusion of every kind of conspiracy theorist mixed with newsworthy events. I mean, I don't even know yet. I guess I'm still waiting to find it. We'll see when the country opens back up. Because right now, all I can do is...
What's been your favorite?
Favorite in terms of like content or just overall experience? Because some shit that's funny, I had a horrible time there.
Both. I want to know content and then favorite experience.
Favorite experience was probably just like the raid of Area 51 when we were all in like Rachel, Nevada. That was actually just hella fun, but the content was like average. Best content, probably the Flat Earth Conference, just because we like exposed their entire like anti-Semitic views in like a few interviews.
I forgot about that.
So that was like gratifying because it was like, damn, we actually just did like uncovered some shit. We weren't even looking for that when we went to the Flat Earth Conference.
But that's exactly what it was. They're just anti-Semitic fucking psychopaths.
Every person we talked to, it would just be like 5 minutes into it, they'd be like, Jews. We're like, how the fuck does this keep happening? And why would they lie about the Earth?
Every conspiracy theorist ends up with just like Zionism and being anti-Semitic. They all roads lead to like hating Jews. And
I know it sucks because they spend so much time doing independent research. Imagine if they took that brain power toward a place that wasn't going there. It would be sick. But instead, it's all just roads back to the Jew all the time.
Let me ask you a question. Like you're in the streets for real. Do you think that are you hopeful for America, or do you think we're fucked?
I mean, I think we're fucked in the foreseeable future, but not forever. You know.
Okay.
That's honest.
That's optimistic.
This election season is going to be pretty crazy. I mean, no matter who wins, I don't know, man. Because if you think about it, if Trump wins, like, there's going to be cities set on fire.
Dude, if Trump wins, if Trump wins, it's fucked, and if Trump loses, it's fucked.
It's
fucked.
So
like,
it's a mess.
No one's gonna win.
No,
he's not leaving the White House.
Well, for sure, he's going to declare election fraud if he loses.
100%.
So that's going to lead to many of his supporters to maybe take up arms. I mean, who knows?
Well, those armed conflicts are starting to be like there was one with like basically a white militia and a black militia. I forget exactly where it was, but like they met, and the only thing between them was some sheriffs. And it's like, yo, it just takes one dude to fucking slip, and it's just chaos. Yeah, right. Like
for sure, one person, one shot, you know, on some Franz Ferdinand and World War I thing.
Exactly. Yeah. And there's a lot of people that want that to happen. Like a lot of the white supremacists, like they're after that. Like that's their goal, right? Like they want that shit to happen. And like, you know, and like also people are like civil war, right? There's no civil war. Like our armies are gonna come through and just fucking obliterate everybody. Like there is no civil war. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
I don't think
that's hella true.
Fuck.
Well, that was one thing I noticed in Minneapolis. Basically, as soon as they deployed the National Guard, the streets were quiet. So when the federal government exercises its power to that degree, I mean, they have a way of like shutting shit down for real.
Yeah.
You know, people don't play when those tanks come in. Like, pretty much all bets are off. Like military grade AR-15s.
Yeah.
Trained like mercenaries and commandos, like running in through the streets. Like, we're not ready for that shit.
No. It's fine.
I mean, there are pockets of like armed militias that like want to set shit off, but like to what end? Because let's say you're a white supremacist or you're a whatever boogaloo, whatever the fuck you are, and you want to set off some sort of fucking civil war. But like if there's a civil war of like people versus government, I don't know. I feel like the government's got all the big toys, man. They're gonna fucking just
and if it's set off by like urban or black communities, like the militias are not going to step in to protect their constitutional rights. Like the Michigan militia is not going to get between the federal government and unruly people in the cities. They only, you know what I'm saying? Like that's not going to happen. It didn't happen in Portland. I mean, the federal troops were occupying a city, which is insane. And you didn't see militia members from Oregon coming in and helping it because they're like, oh, well, the Antifas need to be put down. Yeah.
Right.
It's a weird one.
So scary.
It's crazy.
Yeah, and also it's just like we're going to dark, sad waters here, but like just the way that like, you know, the way that like they'll just be like Antifa's doing this and blah blah blah, and it's like Antifa's not even really organized. Like it's not even like a real like. What about these dudes who are organized and like have fucking out there with AR-15s and like camouflage fatigues? Like no one cares about that. You know what I'm saying? Like they're talking about Antifa, which is like. I don't even know if Antifa is really that like centralized or coordinated, to be honest. Like you know better than I do.
Well, I mean, it isn't. I mean, in Portland, it's definitely like there's definitely communication channels that unite a bunch of different people. There's not like a leadership structure.
Did you go to the CHOP?
Yeah, I was living in a tent in that bitch, man.
Of course you were. I mean, that's not even a question.
I didn't drop any video because I got there on so it was like a 4-week thing. I got there for the last 2 weeks. And all I had is footage of like the decline of CHOP, basically, you know. Yeah. So like I didn't put out a video because it wasn't like the full picture. I don't want to just come in like because there was a week or two where CHOP was super functional and definitely the message was still focused in the right place, which is like Black liberation, defund the cops. and it kind of just became this like Coachella style thing, and kind of became like a bum camp as well by the end. And then there was a gang related shooting, and before you knew it, it was just like, whoa, this is terrible. And so it shut down.
Americans are too spoiled to like effectively do anything. Like we just, at the end of the day, we just want to party. Like everything just turns into like fucking Coachella. Like,
yeah, it did, you know. But
it's not like back in the day when like we would unite and fight together and like, you know, strike. Like everything, I don't know. It's just that's true and it's not true. Like the chop didn't work, you know. But like, and the protesting though has been the crazy thing about the protesting is that I had no idea this generation was going to go that hard. Like
it's pretty sick, right?
It's crazy. Like I'm blown away by that, you know.
Yeah, bro.
So the world's gonna be okay, right, Andrew?
Yeah, eventually.
Yo,
but
you don't give a fuck about Corona, huh?
No, I don't. I mean, I care about. Okay. I get tested super often, but at this point, yeah, I'm good. I don't have it, but I don't think about it. I think about transmitting it. I don't think about getting it myself because I have an essential service to do.
Yeah,
you know. So I've been like the only independent reporter that I've seen produce content on many of these things. So if I am at the house for the greater public safety, I mean, I think what I'm doing outweighs the potential risk because I get tested after every event and before. So
that's fire. Okay. And then you also have a mask. You also have a mask on your mic, which is good.
Yeah, I mean, shit, that's mostly for them, just in case I contracted it at some point along these roads and didn't realize, you know, I'm not worried about myself.
I'm talking about the mask you put on the microphone.
Oh yeah, I'm saying because the droplets of saliva that people spit into the mic.
Dude, microphones are disgusting.
I thought it was a joke. I thought you were making a joke. I didn't know that's
kind of a joke.
Actually functional.
Because, I mean, we could have put a glove on it or something, but no, it's halfway
funny.
joke, half serious.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're huge fans of what you do. I'm fucking love watching it. I can't get enough, really. And yeah, it's sick that you're getting this, like, you're getting your platform extended to go even harder because, like, I don't know. It's rare that people do things, and it's rare that someone just does things from the gut and then actually gets like.
But it's real. That's the thing. It's just like he's showing the fucking.
Real. Yeah.
It's just like I get my information on the world from Urban and Andrew.
Urban, that's my guy.
Yeah, that's my boy.
That's all of our guys.
You guys know Urban?
Guy.
Oh, hell yeah!
Hot fire, bruh. Hell yeah, that's my boy. What the fuck?
Oh yeah,
that's gang.
Urban's
damn,
Urban's the homie. I
know you guys are the homies for real then. Sick.
Oh yeah, no, we're tapped in.
I love that Urban's the barometer on being the homies.
Urban is somehow everywhere. Like I don't understand how Urban is like the constant between like
his sister. Person. He's the first person I met went through you in LA. That's like the first time I ever like really mobbed out in LA. He was a part of that.
Yeah, I mean Urban's from the West Side. Urban. Like me and Urban are both from the West Side. I know Urban through West Side people. I know them since like the birth of Born and Raised, which was like 7 years ago. And you know, Urban does what Urban does, but Urban's also very he's got a lot of energy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, bro.
And, again,
me and him link up heavy every time I'm out there because I don't know. I show him some footage sometimes, and he helps me with like creative stuff.
Oh, that's fire! Yeah,
that's the boy.
He's the best.
Yeah,
all right,
that's funny.
Well, world peace. All right, Andrew.
We all got to kick it one day when I'm out there in LA, man.
Yo, let's get it. We'll do a recap, an election.
Yeah,
we'll do an
election recap. I'll pull up.
Let's go.
I mean, hopefully we can do it in person. We could pop out and see you in the world. You know what
as soon as I can fly out there, I'm coming out there, and we're gonna fucking go.
Let's do it. So, I'm down. You guys got my number. Holler at me, man.
All right, later on,
It's been a pleasure. Thank you, Andrew.
All right, man.
All gas, no brakes. Let's go.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, that was fire.
You're welcome. I got that guest. You need to get a good guest now, okay? Fuck you.
I'm still doing the show. Where are you going?
Oh. That was nice.
We're talking here. Let's leave that part in where he said that so they can see the real Matty. Leave that in, Jason. Leave that in, please. I need to be vindicated. Leave that in.
Okay,
also,
I gotta take a shit.
That's how you gotta take a shit? Okay, he's gotta take a shit, everybody.
Shit. It's bursting my asshole. It's bursting.
All right.
I've been holding it like for an hour.
All right.
What, you want to talk? You just got on your phone. As soon as I say one thing, you go right on your phone.
You said you gotta take a shit. The show's over, so I'm out. I'm done. I'll see you later.
I love you.
Hope you enjoy your shit.